It's no secret that I'm a pretty big fan of Skyrim mods, so when mod author
Beta Leo
made a random post on Reddit a year ago asking if anyone wanted to voice act in their upcoming mod, I obviously jumped at the opportunity. And to be honest, I probably shouldn't have. Now, this isn't going to be a hunt down the Freeman moment where I have an awful performance among a sea of other awful performances.
My fellow Americans.
Is that dick good?
Yes, kid. How good is that dick? Oh!
Because to be honest, everyone else did amazing.
I need to engage in homicidal behavior.
Oh yeah, and this mod is actually really good and free. So... The Chain of Time is a little baby quest mod that takes place on a small group of islands called the Chain, which actually do exist in Elder Scrolls lore. It revolves around a Thalmor plot to use an Elder Scroll to take control of time itself. Now this is a really short quest mod, only being about a couple hours long, and I say that as a positive, because while the scale of what a lot of modders are able to accomplish is insanely impressive, I do think that sometimes I just prefer something shorter and more self-contained. The mod starts in Winterhold's Inn, which, in like my decade of playing this game, I didn't even know existed, where a woman named Relia can be found and spoken to. She'll tell you that she found an injured man drifting off in the sea and ask for your help. You follow her back to her cabin with a odd amount of doors. Yeah, why do you got so many? Oh, I'm just gonna take that. Why do you got so many doors, dude? Like, you damn girl, you live here? You live like this? What's up?
What is it?
And it's there where you meet Nicholas.
You spin a dreidel.
Now, I mentioned before that I think every voice actor really did a great job, but Relia and Nicholas are definitely the best.
They're probably there now. Somewhere. Hidden. Plotting about controlling the world. They are Thalmor, after all.
Yes, we are. Welcome to the Chain. The village right by the docks is called Seville. There's a marketplace there if you need anything. I gave our mystery man all the supplies to build a small camping site. You should talk to him to find a place to settle down.
I might be a little biased considering that you spend the most time with these two, but I feel like they really lean into their roles perfectly. Nicholas tells you about the Thalmor experimenting on some artifact, and those experiments have led to strange things happening all over the island. With that, you agree to help Nicholas and head out to the Chain. Or don't, and completely skip out on the quest, I guess. The Chain itself is a very nice change of pace from Skyrim's chillier environment, housing a more tropical setting with warmer and brighter colors compared to Skyrim's colder ones, but with the strong contrast of these mystical blacks and purples, making the island feel like it's being corrupted. Side note, I just wanted to say it's an incredibly surreal feeling to have seen the mod author posting work in progress screenshots of this island years ago, to now actually being able to walk around and interact with the same things I saw in those screenshots. I also really love the way the main island looks. The purple and grays really do complement each other very well, and it honestly just looks really pretty. But Nicholas's reaction, combined with the fact that this just isn't what an island is supposed to look like, tips you off very quickly that something ain't right. With that, you delve into Seville, the first island, and do some detective work. And by that, I mean you break into these very nice people's homes and wake them up in the middle of the night and ask for history lessons. I'm gonna go into your house, sir. Your stairs suck shit. Are you a kid? Yeah, you're a kid. Your head's in the pillow, but I'm taking your doll and I'm gonna fucking... One thing I really like is that almost all the armor in this mod is custom, but it's mostly made from pre-existing vanilla armors that are mashed up together and recolored. It's a really efficient way to give every NPC a unique look, but without the hassle of having to make individual armor sets and clothing for every person. Now, you have the option of either doing some side quests around the island, or meeting up with Nicholas and taking care of the main story. Now, being the giga gamer that I am, I like to do all the side stuff first before I finish the main story.
She is such a bad bitch, though. I will fuck the shit out of that.
The island is super small, so there's not really much to explore, but it is packed with some beautiful scenery and unique wildlife. I love seeing unique non-hostile animals. They just add so much life to an already pretty vibrant setting. Like, look at these little fairy dudes. They don't do shit, they just like float around and chill. Magical. Side quests range from some minor stuff like helping this stupid dad get this stupid kid his stupid music box back from this stupid cave. This cave kind of looks like an anus. And the stupid kid isn't even thankful, so you push him into the ocean, to some pretty interesting scenarios like finding a wounded naked deer man.
This better not awaken anything in me.
Also, guards react to some of the stuff you do, so that's pretty cool.
I heard you helped the little kid get his music box back. I didn't know you had such a soft side.
You don't know me at all. Pull your pants like down to your boots. It looks unprofessional.
Hello there.
All in all, pretty solid. I do feel like some of the side quests ended a little anticlimactically, but given the fact that this is all from one guy, it's honestly just impressive that any of this exists at all. From this point on, I'm going to cover the rest of the mod's main quest in detail, spoilers and all, so if you want to check it out, it'll be linked in the description. Like I said, you can knock it out in a couple hours, so come back to the video when you're done. After helping everyone with their little chores, we get back to Nicholas
Cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks.
and inform him that apparently someone saw a bunch of ships headed for an island near this island. I don't remember having that conversation, but the dialogue option's here, so. We take Rilia's boat and head to the other island, where Nicholas just casually drops the fact that the head guy here has an Elder Scroll. You know, literally the most powerful and unpredictable force in all of existence. Yeah, you know, he just, hey, thought you should know. After that, you break into a mansion full of Thalmor, and if you know me, you know there's nothing I love more than divorcing the heads of elven fascists from their shoulders. Eventually, you make your way to a room where some guy with a badass pair of wings dematerializes and leaves behind his dickhead friend. Hi, Agent Sarurul Jural. Oh yeah, you're just having a drink? You're just gonna have a drink in the middle of this? That's fine. No, yeah, we'll wait for him. I'll tell you this. The mod author knows how to write for the Thalmor. You can literally tell this asshat that messing with the Elder Scrolls is an incredibly bad idea and nobody knows how they work and this could implode the world, and he'll just stare you down and say, I'm not gonna let a pale-skinned
Ice dweller
tell me what to do, and then proceed to attack you despite being outnumbered. How Sigma of him. You take a key off Dickface's corpse and go down to the basement, where there's a magic portal in a jail cell for some reason. You go through the portal and enter the Abyss. The Abyss is supposed to be a never-ending realm that constantly adds onto itself, which is actually pretty cool. I don't know if the Abyss actually exists in Elder Scrolls lore, and I'm too lazy to find out. You meet this Blade Lady who explains that the Abyss and this Elder Scroll are linked, and by meddling with it, the Thalmor are slowly bringing the chain into the Abyss. It's a neat explanation that ties in some of the side quests with the main story. Now, the Abyss is probably my favorite part of this mod. You go through a multi-part dungeon, but each area of the dungeon is different. So you'll start off in some pretty standard dwarven ruins, and then go through a door to a snow elf temple and fight their ghost. It's a really cool idea, and having all these vastly different areas back to back really helps this dungeon stand out from the rest. I don't know how realistic this is, but I think it would have added a lot to the theme of the Abyss if this area wasn't separated by loading screens. I think it would have been cool to see all these different environments clash into each other in a really disorganized and messy way. Maybe you could walk into dwarven architecture colliding with ancient Nord ruins and you'd see Draugr and dwarven spiders duking it out. Again, I don't know how possible that is or how much work it would take, and like I said, the final product is still pretty great. Eventually you stumble upon this Jabba the Hutt LARPer, and his voice does not match his face at all. Oh, what are you? Ew! What the hell are you? This is so cool though. Oh, where are we? This is so cool, dude. You look so gross, but you look so cool. This is like a flesh pit. Angora.
This one greets you.
You did not have the voice I thought you were gonna have. Again, I have no idea if this guy or his little shit shack are even lore friendly, but man, I love this. In a realm of infinite possibilities, why wouldn't there just be a big frog man? He's not even really relevant to what's happening. Your character just walks up to him because they're so fucking blown away that something like this exists at all. Eventually, you corner ass face number 2, and he goes on some big explanation about how he'll bend time to his will and you can't hope to stop him, and how he has the biggest cock and he'll rule over all mortals and the gods will be nothing compared to him. He's got all the turkey for Thanksgiving. After a very diplomatic and peaceful conversation, the scroll explodes and sends you back to the basement. Nicholas goes on another edgelord tangent before thanking you, and you head back to the island. Oh yeah, you also have the option to betray Nicholas and join the Thalmor dickhead, and I fucking called it on stream. Said exactly what would happen, and I was right. But I'm calling it right now. So yeah, we'll go back to that save and look what happens. I'm pretty sure like you'll probably do the evil thing and then you'll kill Nicholas, then Thalmor will be like, ah, fool, I would never work with a disgusting Nord, and then he'll kill you too. Or try to kill you at least.
I'm not joining him.
Okay,
Please.
This is the end of the line for you.
Is this the moment you were fighting for? Then come at me.
You seem like you have like a pretty neutral like face about it. Nicholas, my gear is like, do you know how overpowered this gear is? It's not even overpowered. I'm just like, I'm level 81, dog. I don't know who you think you are. Two little bitch boy daggers. Yeah. And I'm gonna take your Dungeon Strider armor. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought, yeah, okay.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I didn't mean to strip him naked like that. He had wine on him. Do you want any? The warrior's no more. No one will get in our way now.
Good. Very good.
He's
learned his lesson.
Go back to the last stream. I called it. I said I was gonna kill him.
Trusted me.
And then he was gonna attack me.
Thalmor will never.
Because he's racist. I told you, the Thalmor, they only care about being racist. After your big victory, Rilia asks if she can take you to the East Empire Company's estate, so you can unwind and do some relatively lighter tasks to cool off after saving the world again. It's honestly a really unique way to end a quest, and it does feel like you're on a mini vacation with the quest here being a lot more lighthearted and goofy. And that's it. The Chain of Time. Nothing else to talk about. Okay, fine. I voiced this guy. I didn't do a good job. God, oh, I'm not ready for this. All right. Dude, I can't do it. Oh, fuck. Hello? Hello, are you Appius? The other doctor told me to come help you. Help me? Why? This guy always thinks he's better than me, but he's not. Go back to Marrow. He's the one who needs help. Okay. Did you choose to work here in the chain? No, I didn't. But I was sent here anyways. It's alright though. I quite like it here actually. It's a big change from Bruma. If only I didn't have to work with that idiot Marrow. Bone Marrow? He's in like 3 of the 7 quests that take place on the East Empire Island. He's just some like random dock worker and honestly kind of a little bitch. You can't kill him because the mod author's a coward. If you have any respect for me at all, you'll either take off your headphones or mute your game anytime he starts talking. Thank you. Now, I do have some incredibly minor criticisms. They're mostly about the writing rather than the content of the mod itself, which honestly I have no problem with at all. English is clearly not the mod author's first language, so most of the things I bring up might be more from a misuse of certain words and ideas more than any actual flaw with the writing itself. Anyway, love you, Beta Leo, even though I don't know how to pronounce your name. First, I had a couple crashes near the abandoned tower and monument area. Oh no, that's Mary again. And the game crashed. They happened to me multiple times on different playthroughs, but on the Nexus nobody reported these crashes, so this one might be on me somehow. Second, there's a lot of inconsistencies with the events around you and the way characters talk about those events. First, Nicholas talks about the island as if he's never seen it in this state before, but other characters say that the island started turning purple around 20 years ago, dubbing it the Purple Invasion, which is definitely a name. So the only explanation is that Nicholas was lost at sea for a very long time, which would be interesting, but it's never brought up, so it doesn't make too much sense. Honestly, it's a single mention of the Purple Invasion starting so long ago that makes things confusing. Because then it implies that the Thalmor have had an Elder Scroll under their possession for 2 decades and they've done basically nothing with it, which is very out of character for them. I think if the Purple Invasion was treated more like a recent event, then it would fit into the story a lot better. There's also some inconsistencies with the passing dialogue from guards, like one of them mentioning wolves stalking a mountain, but there just isn't a mountain.
Be careful out there. I heard some wolves take refuge in the mountains.
Like I said, this is all mostly stuff that could be fixed with like an extra line of dialogue or an edit or two, but my biggest problem, the most inexcusable, incomprehensible, other words issue, is that the stairs don't work. 0 out of 10. Hold on. Like I said, super minor criticisms, but I do want to gush about my favorite parts of this mod, and that's when Beta Leo just goes apeshit with some of these ideas. I expected this to be a much smaller scale mod with a smaller story, and while I do think the plot suffers a little bit from the threat being so large, it did give the author a chance to really get creative. I already talked about how much I love these passive creatures on the island, and I'm gonna do it again. Look at them, they're so fucking cool! I really like these designs, and the land dregs are nothing to scoff at either. But man, the Abyss. It's such a small part of this mod, but it's honestly the highlight for me. I think the idea of an infinitely scaling realm is both terrifying and so interesting and leaves so much room for creativity. Skyrim mods are, just by nature, locked into a very select set of environments and enemies and even plot points. But with something like this, there's so much potential. Warframe, for example, also has a
place beyond space-time
called the Void, and normally these things get discarded as
a thing beyond our comprehension,
and we never actually get to see what that looks like or feels like. But Warframe says fuck it and uses the Void to bring some of the most insane and creative sci-fi I've ever seen to life, and I'd love to see something like that in a fantasy setting. There's an NPC in the Abyss who talks about how his parents willingly left him behind to journey infinitely into the Abyss, and while you may say they're bad parents, keep in mind, we don't know the full story. Maybe this guy was a really annoying kid. Maybe he had bad vibes. But the point is that just this small snippet of dialogue creates such an interesting scenario. And in a realm of infinite possibilities in space, who knows how many civilizations with strange cultures and customs could exist in there. Now, like I said, tire mod, made by one guy. So believe me when I say I am incredibly satisfied with what we got so far. I just hope this idea doesn't get lost in the sea of horniness and actually does find itself a home in another mod, maybe by the same author or someone else. Oh yeah, as I was recording this, the mod author released a small update with some fixes and quality of life stuff, so... Oh yeah, also player home, pretty cool. Except the stairs don't work, so 0 out of 10. Still, sorry. Not sorry. Anyway, that's the Chain of Time. Really cool, really short, and I'm honestly so honored to have been a part of it, even in such a small way. And give it a playthrough, man.
Beta Leo.
Got some other cool mods, like a personal Dragonborn aquarium. I'm in that one too. And yeah, got some other videos on the way, just doing some light tweaking here or there, so stay tuned. I still don't know how to end videos. Alright. Dumbass.